Eating something. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. We have our other company on the Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and another company we're working on, which is our exotic collection. So, as you saw, I was on site today. Got some short videos in. I was doing some work over there, a few things, and everything's going well. Pretty soon they're going to start the installments for drywall and everything else needed. Keep in mind, you have to wait for building permits and all that stuff as you're building and getting things done. You have to wait for all that stuff to come back. So everything's going nicely. So as you don't know, the haters tried to take away my blessings. They tried to. It didn't work at all, period. Because people I do business with are people who trust my company and they trust who I am at the end of the day. They see my work and they like what I have to offer. But that does not stop the haters from getting extra jealous. So we know who the person is who sent the email. I guess they figured they sent a long, extensive 3-page email that they thought that the person I'm doing business with was going to walk away from us and not work with it at all. Again, you guys are kids at the end of the day. You don't know how the real world actually works at all, period. You live in this kind of make-believe fantasy bubble at the end of the day. See, these people I know because they're family. I know they're family members. I'm very close to them, and I'm very close to the people that I'm doing business with. I'm close to some of their family members. So they know me. So they've had my products, got my products in there. We got them on display. They've seen the reaction that they get from other people that are walking in and out of there doing work. And for interviews, they're amazed by the screens. They think the screens are TV. They're that amazed by it. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see other workers, people that are coming there for interviews. That's why I didn't do a lot of long videos, because we had people in and out of there for interviews and stuff like that. They had the entertainment in there, the band and stuff like that they were bringing in and stuff like that. So I didn't want to record a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? But I showed you what we were doing in there. And the people that were coming in there were amazed by looking at the technology and seeing that's a black paint that we developed. And we're able to show proof that our products do not match other house paints, because it comes up. Can I do the same thing with everyday black paint or fabrics and stuff? And we can prove and back that up because our products are tested. But the haters, man, just full of so much anger, because I have been working on my company long before I ever knew you ever existed, or people didn't exist when I was designing and developing screen paints. Decided to jump on this bandwagon and just hate me for no reason at all, because my product is good. That's why you hate me, because my product is good. And anything you say against my product, it doesn't come to light. Just I'm gonna drink real quick. So anything you try doesn't come to light. I can't explain it to you enough that you're going to just constantly receive tons and tons of failure. And the reason why you're going to continue to fail, because you can't take my Lord's blessings from me. I don't know what the devil told you at the end of the day, or how he twisted up your mind to make you believe that if you write emails or letters or whatever you do at the end of the day, that this is going to cause people to back away from us, and it's not. It just shows how sad you individuals are. You're that terrified of my technology that you have gone the extra length of contacting people I do business with. Now, the person who did that, you're going to pay for that big time. I'm not mad or anything, but you are going to pay for that. I'm going to be at your front door. I'm going to track you. I'm going to figure out exactly where you live at, and I'm going to bring you in for court. You don't do stuff like that at the end of the day. You think there's going to be no repercussions for that? There's going to be repercussions for that. You're going to be used as an example of why you don't do stuff like that at the end of the day. I clearly told y'all at the end of the day, if you're going to be dealing with the people I do business at the end of the day, this is going to come with some consequences, and you're going to pay for your actions. Those of you who can't be adults at the end of the day and you're still little kids, and you need to be nurtured like you're a little child because you don't know how to act right. And you want to do dumb stuff like this, well, you can see me in court, and I will see you in court. And keep in mind, you're not going to break the bond that I have between the people that I'm doing business with. They are quite aware of you haters. They know who you are at the end of the day, and they're quite aware of what you are and what you do. So you're not going to take anything from me at all, period. Most of all, my Lord and Savior is not going to allow you to take anything from me at all, period. So anything you do is just going to be one big fail after the next. That's what's going to happen. Now that's considered to be a form of harassment. And what was in that email, which I saw, yeah, you said some pretty nasty things about me. So yes, I will be bringing you to court. Wait till you meet my bounty hunter. He's extremely good. His job is to track people down, to drag them into court. And you'll get a chance to see his face real soon. See, this is why I tell you at the end of the day, don't do dumb stuff at the end of the day. I'm going to be in a whole different position of power. You really want to mess around with me at the end of the day? I don't think you want to. So, again, you little children out there who don't know how to act right, don't know how to carry yourselves right, and you're all jealous and upset because my product is getting noticed, because my product is going to be out there on the market and yours is not. This is how you act and this is how you react. Well, I'm going to show you how I react. I react by hiring people to track your whereabouts, to drag you behind in court so I can prosecute you and take everything from you. That's how my reaction is. So go play if you want, see what happens to you. We know you're scared, upset, and angry. Your products don't work, and they don't work at all, period. And this is what it is. Your products do not work, and you're mad and angry at me because I worked hard, I put the time in, I put the effort in to put my products on the map. This is what happens when you cut corners. And you try to, at the end of the day, think you're going to take away what my Lord blessed me to have. Who do you think you are at the end of the day that you really think that you're going to be able to take God's blessings away? Who? Who are you supposed to be at the end of the day? Apparently you must think you must be mightier than God. I'm going to have my contract. I'm going to be blessed to sign that $1 million contract in the end of July. And the conversation that I had with these people, absolutely amazing. They let me know that I'm always going to be honest and front with them, always. And they're always upfront and honest with me. He brought it to my attention what he saw, and he said, hey, look, FYI, some guy's talking some nasty trash about you. That's what he said. He doesn't believe in that nonsense because he knows me. I guess the devil must have told the individual, we know who you are, that if you put this in here, it's guaranteed to work. It's guaranteed that he's going to lose his blessing. It's guaranteed this guy is going to let him go. That's not going to happen. Unless you consider yourself to be more powerful than God, and you're not more powerful than God, so that's not going to happen. Now, I had a great talk today with this fellow. Our bond is strong. I'm not going anywhere at all, period. And I got a chance to meet some of the talent that will be in there. The band who saw that technology, they want that technology displayed in their band setups. When they do shows, they want that technology in there. That's the privilege they're going to get. You guys, these individuals are bitter because they don't like the way God's blessing me. They can't stand it. And I know the devil gets in your head and starts pumping you with all kinds of dumb ideas like, oh, write this man a lengthy email and this is going to work. You know what God's doing? God's laughing at you. When you allow the devil to try to steal Christians' blessing, God's laughing at you. How dare you try to take something that I gave to someone else? You're just going to constantly fail. That's what's going to happen. And again, God does not bless the wicked. So if I'm such an evil individual, if I'm stealing and robbing people, doing all these things, why am I excelling? And you guys are basically, you're falling. Yeah, that says a lot right there. Now, I just acquired a contract pretty soon for England. And I spoke to this fellow about it. He has a lot of freaking international ties. And I said, hey, look, I need to know how to go about this. And he said, don't worry about it. We'll set up a contract. We'll draw one up and we'll help you out with this. You know how beautiful that is? I don't have to pay a lawyer for this, nothing. These guys have that kind of that ability, that kind of intellectual ability to do business on that top level. And they're going to set it up with their lawyers to get me a contract so we can work together. They are my partners. You do know that, right? So I know the devil told you that if you send that email, that is going to basically cause a wedge between me and him. God, on the other hand, says, no, that's not going to happen. Not ever. Unless he makes that decision. So that's why I don't get, you think I'm upset or angry? Trolls, let me explain some gift of the day. If I did lose my temper, you wouldn't exist right now. I'm just explaining to you crystal clear. If I did ever happen to lose my temper or lose my cool and trigger and the amount of money and power I'm going to have at the end of the day, you wouldn't exist. I guarantee you that much right there. But I'm not that person at the end of the day. If I was who I was 20 years ago when I got in trouble, you wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be having these conversations. I'd be popping up at your front door and I'd be having a conversation with you. That's what would happen. And I wouldn't come alone. But since I'm not that person anymore, and I'm not 20 years back, I'm actually a grown man and much more mature than what I was back then, I handle things a little differently now. This is where we get attorneys involved, we get the courts involved, we get police involved. That's what we do. That's how I handle things. So if I felt the same way you guys think, there is no way in the world you could walk outside your front door. It'd be virtually impossible. Because I wouldn't be talking on camera. I'd come see you. That would be the kind of person I was 20 years ago. Now we do things differently because I have a company and business and I have to do things in a respectful manner. And on top of that, everything I do, I have to answer through God. I can't ask God to bless my hand if I go out and do things that the devil wants me to do at the end of the day. Oh, don't get me. Don't think the thought hasn't crossed my mind a couple of times. I'm a human at the end of the day. I could easily make a phone call and make you disappear if I want to. But I'm not that person at the end of the day, and I don't serve the devil, I serve God. Vengeance is mine, saith the God. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and thou shalt not kill. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So I give it to him at the end of the day. All that anger or frustration, I give it to him. And he says, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it for you. So a little message to you individuals that hide behind your computers and phones, I'm going to find you. And I'm going to bring you to court and I'm going to prosecute you. And that's what's going to happen. Because you have to learn. You can't go through life acting like this. Not just me, anybody. If you feel that you have the right to treat me this way, well, God knows who else you treat this way. It's just you got the wrong person at the end of the day. Maybe you might do this to other people and get away with it, but you got the wrong person. And again, I told you, be very careful about business associates that I do business about contacting them because you don't know who they are connected to. Now, for the person who felt the need to write that lengthy email to that individual, you're going to see my face. I guarantee you 100%. I got a nice little list of you guys. And at the end of the year, we start hiring some people to do some tracking. And you will see me in court. Well, that's basically about it. I'm so happy I found out that what's going to involve my new contract. There's just so many beautiful things I want to be to do. I'm going to be at car shows. I'm going to be at all different kinds of sporting events. There's all kinds of restaurants they're going to tie me into. I'm going to have commercial time, radio time. It is going to be absolutely amazing. And I'll be able to offer a product that's going to be affordable for our customers, which we wanted to do from day one. But also, too, most morally important than all of that is the fact that I'll be making some serious money to put back to help other people out. That's where a majority of I said my money's going, to go help out people who don't have it that well off in life, and they just need someone to help them out. And I'm going to be the one to do it. So Satan, you can try whatever you want at the end of the day, try to block my blessings, try to do that. You will lose every single time. I'm going to basically get what my Lord blessed me to have. I'm going to be a millionaire, and I'm going to take my money and go in and push it in to help other people who don't have as much in life, and they need a chance in life. And at the same time, I get to offer amazing technology to customers, again, today who deserve something better. Well, that's basically about it. I got a chance to see me. I was on site. It's interesting. This is the same fellow who basically sent me messages early in the morning saying, oh, I'm going to contact this fellow. And mind you, we got all that on record. When we delete stuff off this account, it actually goes into a little section. So we have it right there. You making that statement and then contacting this fellow. This is not going to go well for you in court. And in that one, I am going to be pushing. Lawyers are definitely going to be pushing for some jail time. You guys are idiots. You're going to basically throw away your freedom and lose your livelihood because you're jealous about my screen paint. That's pretty sad at the end of the day. Anyway, that's the road you chose, the road you chose. So while you're going to be in there, end of the year, fighting for your freedom and keep hold of your possessions at the end of the day and your livelihood to survive on this planet, I, on the other hand, is going to be turning slowly into a millionaire. That's what I'm going to be doing. Watching my technology rise as high as the Lord will allow it to be. That's where I'm going to be at. He sat there and made a statement and said, oh, I'm going to contact him. You're going to lose your contract. I was in there today doing a demonstration. What happened? What happened to your empty threats? I don't know which way it is, man, to tell you the truth. I mean, to tell you the truth, honestly, and I don't care how people take this, but I'm the only African American who makes this stuff. And it is true. Look at the field in the projector industry. Name how many African Americans develop and design screen paints as long as we've been in the business. How many things we have achieved down through time. You're going to have to accept at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's a shame we got people who see race like that at the end of the day. I don't see race when it comes to my customers. I think people I get to serve and do business with and make their lives a little better with better technology. We do got people out there who hate me for the simple fact that I'm African American, and they don't like the fact that I make a product that can do this at the end of the day. They hate it. What a shame. Oh well, that's basically about it. That's all I got to talk about. I'm going to basically thank my Lord for blessing me to have an amazing day today. I had a good talk with the people that I'm going to be working with. I'm going to be doing a lot of charity work at the other place that I'm working at right now, helping these people out in the day, because that's what I do on my in-between time. I volunteer over there and help them out what they're doing over there. And on top of that, I am going to plan my house, because that's what I want to do. That's what we want to do from day one. Buy a house, it's mine. I don't own anything from anybody else, and the Lord has now blessed me to be able to have that. I can sit on my property, sit on my land, and just enjoy what God has blessed me to have. Now, haters, I'm going to tell you something real quick at the end of the day. Remember this. When you try to allow the devil to use you at the end of the day to go in and try to steal from another Christian, you just don't have to deal with me at the end of the day. You don't really have to deal with the organization at the end of the day. You're going to have to deal with God. That's what you're going to have to deal with. Remember, at the end of the day, if he decides to take away his mercy, you don't wake up the next day. Anything could happen to you at the end of the day. If he allows to let that demon who basically talked you into doing that dumb nonsense off the leash and they come after you, things are going to get pretty bad. You know, when you do stuff like that, you need to get down on your knees and you need to repent and ask God for forgiveness. That's what you need to do. And do I have any hatred towards you? No, I don't. I wouldn't even give you the satisfaction of it all. Why would I give you get angry and get upset and give you that? No, I don't do that. I don't give Satan glory. I give all that to God. That's what I do. Saying that I'm going to hunt you down and basically that's definitely going to happen, because you need to basically go to jail or basically be sued for the dumb stuff you've done. There's no way in the world I'm going to let that slide. That has to go through no matter what. Other than that, nope, no hatred, not for you. I forgive you, but I still gotta take you to court, and I still gotta file a lawsuit. It still has to go through. I'm gonna tell you something. If any one of these gentlemen found God along the way and decided to change their life, and I mean really decided to change, no fake nonsense, because keep in mind, you do that fake nonsense, you gotta answer to God. It ain't about me at the end of the day. It's about the relationship you have between him and you. If you had decided to change your life and become a born-again Christian, I'll drop my lawsuit. I'm not going to prosecute a Christian if he's basically trying to find his way with the Lord and he's sincere about it. Why would I file a lawsuit? He's on a much better path. Yeah, it's my job to forgive and walk away from that one. But you guys, I've seen the way you guys act and what you do. Man, that path is a long way off. Oh well, I feel sorry for you, and I'll tell you why I feel sorry for you, because I used to be the person you used to be a long time ago, full of bitter and hatred toward other people, and I feel sorry for you that you have to go, you feel that every single day. I do feel bad for you. Gentlemen, you better figure out how to get your lives together with God. Because I'm going to tell you why. If he decides to call you home today or tomorrow, you got to go, no ifs, ands, or buts. And when you see his face and he answers you, what have you done with my time while you were on the earth? And you said, all I did was basically spend my time hating and being bitter toward other people. He's going to say, I never knew you. And you know where you're going after that. All right, people. I'm going to go furniture shopping because I'm going to look at some new stuff to put into the new place. I want to get this giant wraparound sofa for the new house. And Taco is going to be getting we're going to get another cat for Taco pretty soon. At the end of the year, we're going to get ready to leave out of here and go to our new place that God's going to bless us to have and start my new life. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. As for you haters out there, you really need to find God. You do. You need to repent and ask the Lord for forgiveness, and you need to find God. Because as I said before, you are on borrowed time, people. We're all on borrowed time. You don't. Your body doesn't belong to you. Your spirit doesn't belong to you at all. Period. If God decides today, right now, this split second, to say you're coming home, and you're coming home one way or another. And if you haven't done things right while you were here on the earth, then it's too late. And you will spend eternity in hell. Okay, well, gotta go, and God bless.